Hello. Thank you for serving as an FMCCS building representative this year. The Foundation is so grateful for your support of our grants process. This presentation will provide an overview of the following: your role as a building representative, the grant categories offered this year, and detailed information about the grants process. As a building representative, you serve as a resource for the teachers in your school. You help bridge the gap between the Foundation and those applying for grants. As a building representative, you may approve grant applications from your school to ensure they meet the guidelines set by FMCCS and that those applications are of high quality. You may help applicants through the application process by serving as a resource for information about our programs. Following the submission deadline, you will begin to review the submitted applications and provide your evaluation and preferences to the Foundation. Later this fall, you will attend a grant committee meeting to discuss grant applications and begin to make funding suggestions as a committee. When discussing grants at the grant committee meeting, you will act as an advocate for your school's grants. Be prepared to answer the committee's questions for more details about the specifics of each proposed program. Overall, you are a support for FMCCS in the schools and throughout the community. Before applying for a grant, teachers, students, or administrators will need to select the category that fits their proposed project and the requested funding amount. FMCCS offers 5 categories from which to select the right grant for the right program. Elementary library grants are to be submitted by elementary librarians only. These proposals need to be research-based and for the purchase of books and materials. Technology requests will not be funded under this program. The deadline for these applications is September 30th. Instagrants are new this year and were created in response to indications in our survey that teachers want less paperwork and an easier application process. To participate, teachers need to follow FMCCS on Facebook and Twitter. Unlike the other grant categories, consumables are approved for funding with Instagrants. Winners will receive their funds within 48 hours. Please remind applicants from your school that evaluations are still required for Instagrants, just like our other grant programs. Classroom and small project mini-grants are for funding amounts between $250 and $1,000. As a reminder, field trips can only be funded at 50%, and professional development and consumables are not allowed in this category. The deadline for submission is October 15th. Multi-classroom school and system grants are for funding amounts between $1,000 and $5,000. Consumables and field trips are not allowed in this category. Please remember that students who apply for grants must have an MCCSC sponsor to go with their application. The deadline for submission is October 15th. High-impact grants give us an idea of projects that might merit outside funding. FMCCS often uses these proposals to write grants to external foundations on the applicant's behalf. As an example, Templeton's $4,500 literacy program grant was not able to be funded through FMCCS directly last spring, but we were able to propose the grant to an outside foundation. The deadline for submission of high-impact pre-proposals is October 15th. Because the FMCCS grant application process is entirely online, it is important to familiarize yourself with our website. The Grant How-To document details the steps of creating an account and applying for a grant. This document is also great as a resource for teachers at your school who have questions about the application process. Please do call or email the Foundation with any questions. Our contact information is available on the website mccsfoundation.org or at the end of this presentation. If you are applying for a grant, please make sure to apply as an applicant with a different username than the one provided to you by FMCCS. To do this, simply click the link to create a username from the login page of the grant application website. After the grant deadline, you will receive an email with your building representative username and additional instructions for reviewing grants and attending the grant committee meeting. The FMCCS multi-grant process works as follows. By 5 p.m. on October 15th, all multi-grants must be submitted, including signatures from building representatives and principals. Within a few days of this submission deadline, building representatives will receive an email with further instructions, usernames for reviewing grants online, and additional materials to assist with the review process. From this point, you will have time to review grants online and prepare for the grant committee meeting on November 11th at 4:30 p.m. This meeting will take place at the MCCSC Administration Building. We will discuss grant applications, answer questions about the proposals, and make funding suggestions for the FMCCS Board of Directors. The mini-grant process is very similar to the multi-grant process. Grants must be submitted by 5 p.m. on October 15th, including signatures. These grants will be reviewed in-house by FMCCS staff so we may gather additional information about the proposed projects from experts and the applicants. The mini-grant applications will then be divided among the building representatives for review online and ranking. The top 5 mini-grants will be reviewed by the full grant committee at the November 11th meeting. Funding suggestions will be made at the grant review meeting. This year, we will not be designating funding limits to the mini or multi-grant categories. Instead, we will make funding suggestions based on our evaluations of the multi and mini grants as a whole. More information about the 2014-2015 mini grants will be provided as we begin to receive applications and have a sense for how large this category will be. As was introduced earlier, the InstaGrant process is new to the Foundation this year. In order to participate in InstaGrants, MCCSC employees must follow FMCCS on Facebook and Twitter. Giving days will be announced on the FMCCS Facebook and Twitter accounts. On these giving days, FMCCS will post or tweet an Insta question. MCCSC employees may then respond to this question with a proposed project for their classroom or school. These responses will be reviewed at the end of the giving day, and the winner of the InstaGrant will be awarded funds within 48 hours to be used as indicated in the winning response. There is no formal application for InstaGrants. Please remember that evaluations are still required within a year after the grant is awarded. For further questions about this new grant program, please contact FMCCS and remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. If you have any additional questions, please contact us by email or phone. You may also visit our website, mccsfoundation.org, for additional materials about specific guidelines of each grant program and the grant application process. Thank you.